and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 20th anniversary Korbel dinner. So tonight is a special evening because we have two former U.S. Secretaries of State.
Now more than ever, our nation and the world need talented, skilled, and compassionate practitioners working together to advance the common good. Since its founding in 1964, Korbel has challenged students to think independently and innovatively to create change. Armed with degrees ranging from international development to global finance, trade, and economic integration to public policy, Korbel programs provide students with the skills, knowledge, and expertise needed to become true global leaders in their fields.
Your presence here tonight supports the growth of students who are committed to creating a more inclusive, just, secure, and peaceful world, and for that we are all extremely grateful. Tonight, I am also joined by several of these students, all wearing red ribbons under their name tags, and we are ambassadors for the school tonight. I encourage you to ask us questions about our stories and our experiences during our time at Korbel.
The mission of this school is to help prepare students to be innovative, daring, thoughtful, and always ethical leaders in all sectors of the globe. It's a big mission, but I bet everyone in the room tonight agrees with me that it's never been more important than today. Tonight we're honoring two individuals whose lives and careers exemplify the passion, integrity, and heart of the global ethical leadership we want for all DU students. Pat Cooper. Pat Cooper is a DU alum. She is a member of the DU's Colorado Women's College Advisory Board, co-founder of the Women's Regional Network, which convenes marginalized women in South Asia. You've heard the phrase, she is a force to be reckoned with. That's Pat.
Thank you for recognizing the efforts of women who are seeking peace and justice everywhere they live. This award is an honor for me and for my family here, especially with Secretary Albright and Secretary KERRY present. Thank you. What a year women have had. Whoa, in many cases, their fears have begun to be recognized, their dreams slowly realized, and I am happy to say the decades-long advocacy efforts around the world are starting to produce changes in how women are valued.
Throughout his incredible career, John has embodied the best tradition of America's global leadership, a tradition that recognizes how our strength as a nation comes not only from the example of our power, but the power of our example, that appreciates our indispensable role as the archetype for the liberal order and a beacon for democracy and the rule of law all over the world, and that comprehends that our fate is profoundly tied to the fate of people all across the globe.
This is very, very special. I'm really honored to receive a Bridge Builder Award, and I am super cognizant of the fact that I don't think there's any award given in the world for building walls. There's only one way to live on this planet, folks, and that is by building bridges. And more than ever, we need to honor this concept, which you are putting front and center, and I thank you for honoring me with this particular award this year, of how we have to solve the problem, folks. Read Federalist Paper 85, Alexander Hamilton. He lays it out so clearly that you can't work a democracy without compromise. You have to build bridges. How many times, Michael, do we have in the Senate the discussion about not letting the perfect be the enemy of the good?
It's a really personal honor that in a minute or so
I will ask Secretaries of State John Kerry and Madeleine Albright to take their seats on the stage and begin what will no doubt be a fascinating conversation on the challenges, on the foreign policy and security challenges that our country faces. And assisting them in this conversation as a moderator will be Korbel's own adjunct professor of public opinion, Floyd ZARATE.
The inspiring things that both of you have talked about is these students here being motivated to go into diplomacy, to go into public policy. And also, to some extent, the question is, what can this school do to help that, not only give them a skill set, but to motivate them.
And right now, I'm telling you, we have the issues to organize around. We have to convince people of their own power again. We have to light some fires under folks who have the greatest freedom of any people on the planet to change the direction of their own country without being elected to anything.
What we have is a generation of young people that really do want to be involved. I'm fascinated by my students, and they're same as the Korbel students, that really see themselves as the future leaders and are trying to figure out where the best way to put their energies. I happen to believe that being a public servant is one of the greatest honors of all time. And I do hope that some of them go into public service, that they run for office, that they take the Foreign Service exam, and that they really see a future in that. I also do think that what is fascinating about this period, and John was talking about the technology, that the curriculum for our kinds of schools really has to be broad in terms of looking not just at history, but also to look at not just the economy, but also what the religious basis of countries is, and how much technology and how we work together in understanding science on climate. We're in a growth industry, believe me. I think the people that go to school here and are in the International Relations School are the future, and I'm very, very happy that this school is named in honor of my father, who cared so deeply about being here, and he said, you know, there is nothing more important than to be a professor in a free country, and I'm so glad that our name is on this school.
I agree.